What's up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Getting into this episode of Y&R, Devon is. Listen, I completely understand where Devon is coming from as far as his anger. He's upset. His wife is gone. His baby's gone. I get it. He's lashing out. I get it. But I feel like he's taking things with Lily way too far. This whole thing is getting out of control. She's looking at 20 years in prison. 20 years. Devon could care less. I think that's fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie. I think that's totally fucked up. That he's okay with his sister going to prison for 20 years. You're seriously okay with that? That's fucked up. Cause at first he thought she was just gonna get a fine. You know what I mean? Until she revealed that she's looking at 2 decades behind bars, and he didn't care. He didn't care. I said that is trifling. Like I said, I understand his anger, but he cannot honestly think. I don't even think he's thinking clearly. Like, you honestly think your sister killed your unborn child and your wife on purpose? Really? He should know Lily better than that. I mean, yeah, Lily is a lot of things, annoying being one of them, but a murderer? No. Lily would never. Especially with her son in the car, she would never risk her son's life. Hell no. Let alone her own life. You know what I mean? They all could have died in that crash. They all could have died. So why would she go through all that? It's no secret she could not stand Hillary. Everybody knew that. But the most she wanted was for Hillary to leave town. She never wanted Hillary to die. Or that child. You know what I mean? Like, as much as sometimes she hated the fact that Hillary was carrying Devon's baby, she would have never wanted that baby to die. You know what I'm saying? She's not that type of person. Anybody who knows the character of Lily knows she's not that crazy. She's not vindictive like that. She's not evil. You know what I mean? You know that about her. So I think Devon is taking it way too far. And even Neil was pissed off when he heard that there's a chance she can go to jail for 20 years. He was irate. And I don't blame him. That's his daughter. You know what I'm saying? This needs to end. And on top of that now, Devon chose to fire her. Devon is taking it way too far. Way too far. I mean, now you're firing her. You don't care if she goes to prison for 20 years. Like, what the fuck? He needs to nip this shit in the bud, and he needs to do it quickly. Like, I understand he's upset, he's angry, but you're taking it way to another level right now. You're on a whole nother planet with this shit, and it needs to stop. Lily did not know she ran that red light. She really didn't know. She didn't know until Shauna brought it to her attention. That's when she found out. She really didn't even know. She wasn't paying attention. How could she have known? You know what I mean? She didn't do it on purpose. This shit is getting crazy. Um, Summer is annoying. I don't even see the point in why they brought this character back to the show. Like, what was the point of bringing Summer back? I really don't see the point. She serves no purpose. I mean, this little drama that she's trying to stir up and stuff like that, there's no motivation to it. Where's the motivation? Why is she coming at her mother? Her mother didn't do anything to her, so why is she out to sabotage her mother's relationship? Like, I could understand if there was some type of motivation to it, if we knew why. Because when Summer left town a couple years ago, her and Phyllis were in great terms. So what happened between then and now? Hell, even Phyllis thought her and Summer were on good terms. So all of this is coming out of left field, like it makes zero sense. Um, is she trying to prove that she's a mini Phyllis or something? Because if that's what you're trying to prove, it's not really working. But okay, not really, because I'm not impressed by it. Um, is she sitting there snitching? Is she gonna sit there and call Billy talking about, oh, Lauren and Kyle and Ashley and Phyllis are conspiring against them? They're not conspiring against them. They're just trying to figure out what the hell he's up to so they can combat it. So they have some type of defense because they don't know what the hell Billy's doing. Billy doing all these secret projects and secret meetings without even informing the COO. Kyle sitting there bitching and complaining, talking about, oh, why wasn't I invited in on this meeting? Kyle, you are not a major executive with Jabot. I don't know why Kyle thinks he should be involved in every meeting. You are not a major executive with the company. Yes, you are a board member, but that's it. You're not an executive with the company. Like, you're more of a low level executive. So why would they include you in on the meetings? Ashley should be more included in on the meetings than him or Summer, because number one, Ashley's the COO of the company. She's co-owner of the company, and she's a board member. So it makes more sense for her to be in on the big meetings. I find it disrespectful that Billy's having all these meetings without Ashley and behind her back. She's a major executive with the company. She's a stockholder. She's a board member. She should be involved. Um, Lauren, I completely understand where Lauren coming from. She's pissed because she's worried about, Billy shutting down some of her Fenmore stores because they're not making money. Here's the thing, and this is my opinion. I kind of agree with Billy on that one, because this is a business. In business, you're there to make money. I understand she has an emotional attachment to, Fenmore's and the stores and stuff. I get that. But if they're not making money, shut them down. You know what I'm saying? Close them down, because in the end, you're just losing money. You're not making it. So shut them down. It's a business decision. It's not personal. Lauren needs to understand that. This is not personal. This is business. Like, I would have made the same damn decisions as Billy. If a store or a company, a division, whatever, if it's not making money and we're constantly pouring more money into it and it's still not turning around, shut it down. We're not going to sit here and go bankrupt trying to save your business. You know what I mean? And it's only like maybe a couple of stores that he wants to shut down. It's not all of them. It's just a couple that's not making money. I don't see the problem with that. So the secret project that Billy was working on actually was a boutique that he's calling Jabotique. Okay. I guess they got to slap Jabot on everything they do. So he's calling it Jabotique. And he signed leases for 30 locations all around the world in various cities. My thoughts on that is, I think it's an innovative idea. I think it's something new. It's something fresh. I kind of like it. I would need to know more details about it, but I kind of like it though. So far, from what I've seen and heard from his new idea, I like it. It's innovative. It's something different for a cosmetics company to come out with a boutique. I think is interesting. Even Ashley and them were shocked by it and a little impressed. But of course, they were worried about the bottom line, the money, how much it's going to cost, which it is going to cost a fortune. But I do agree with Billy. I mean, in business, you have to take risk in order to make more money. That's just what it is. Not everything you do is going to succeed. You know what I'm saying? But you have to try. That's what any CEO would do. You got to take calculated risk. And at least he said, he did his due diligence. At least he did his homework on some shit. So, he planned it out, But even if you plan everything out, it doesn't always go as planned, which is true. Lauren, I can understand where she's coming from, because she felt like it was direct competition to Fenmore's. But he assured her that it's going to actually help Fenmore's in the long run. It's not going to be competition. I don't agree with that, because I do feel like it is direct competition. So, of course, Lauren is going to try to get the 49% that Jabot owns. She's going to try to get it away from Jabot. I don't blame her. She wants to go back to being independent again. But the whole reason she needed an investor was because the business was failing financially. So what are you going to do if the business continues to decline? You're just going to have to need another investor. So, but I can understand her point of view. Ashley was like, now that he revealed his secret project, she knows it's going to be tougher now for her to get the CEO chair. She knows it's going to be hard now for her to get the CEO title away from Billy, because the board is not going to go against him at this point. And she definitely don't want to put Tracy in the middle of it. But I do feel like it was fucked up of Billy to take money from her department, research and development. How are y'all supposed to come out with new cosmetics if she doesn't have the funding to, create new products? How are y'all going to have new cosmetics come out for the next quarter? You know what I'm saying? So I think that was fucked up of him to do it without telling her. That's messed up. She is the COO of the company. He should have told her that. But I do kind of like the new concept that he came up with. I kind of like it. as far as Sharon and Nick are concerned, I can understand why Sharon don't want to move from the cottage house. Cause the cottage house is a comfortable looking house. It really is. I do feel like it's a little cramped, but it's sentimental though. They raise their kids in that house, and I do feel like the house needs a remodel though. The cottage house definitely needs to be revamped because it is dated. Um, but I really can't see Sharon and Nick living in some big fancy mansion and stuff, because that, even Sharon said it, it's not their style. It's not who they are. So she's more accustomed to living how she currently lives. That's how she likes it. She's not into the big fancy mansions, and that's not really what she wants. I don't think if she moved into one, I don't think she would complain, but it's not really what she wants. You know, she, like she said, it's more Victor style. And I like the fact that Nick is not backing down from Victor, but I don't want to see Nick become another Victor. We already have one Victor Newman. We don't need another one. But I do like that he's standing his ground. Um, and I understand Nikki wanting peace in the family and stuff like that, but right now it's not gonna happen. I don't know why she keep going to Sharon, thinking that Sharon can talk to Nick or whatever. Nick is not gonna listen to Sharon. He's gonna do what he want to do. Same way Victor doesn't listen to Nikki. It's a losing battle, so Nikki should just let it go and leave it alone. Let the chips fall where they may, because you can't stop it. Victor is hell bent on taking Nick down. Nick is hell bent on taking him down. And Victor basically told Nick too. He still brings up the fact that Nick snitched on him to the feds years ago. So he has never forgotten that. You know what I mean? As much as he loved Nick, he has not forgotten his children's betrayal of him. With the lawsuit years ago, the 1.5 billion that he had to pay them, Nick snitching them to the feds. These are all things Victor remembers. So as much as he loves his kids, he's never gonna forget what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just not his nature. Um, I do kind of feel bad for Nikki though, because all the stress is definitely causing her MS to flare up. I feel like at this point, Nikki needs to confess to the cops about JT. I think she should, because it's like, why keep holding on to this secret? It's making you even sicker. You know what I'm saying? To keep this secret, you might as well just tell them the truth about what's going on. But this was a pretty good episode though. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I'll see y'all later. Peace.